Hi, my name is Starlette Joseph, and today I will be talking to you about how we can drive more sales through our very own sales associates. I will be letting you know how we can drive more sales through our sellers, essentially. Sales associates we think of as the people who are pushing for those sales and pushing for loyalty, but are they really? The business. Express, as you all know, is a business who is focused and heavily dependent on customer service and loyalty. We, as managers, we focus on making sure that in each segment we're receiving loyalty and making sales, and that our customers are always leaving feeling happy and satisfied. Express is a company who puts a lot of emphasis on its managers as well to make sure that in all segments and throughout all Express stores that they are pushing for loyalty and that we have high numbers across the nation. The issue. As managers, we understand that pushing for loyalty and customer service is important, but there's a clear distinction between a sales associate selling versus a manager selling. After every hiring period of 5 employees, oftentimes there's only 1 to 2 employees that stay with Express after 3 months. What does that say for us? It tells us that our sales associates are not happy. They find a better job. They realize that Express is not the company for them, because Express is a tough industry to work in, and it's not like a lot of retailers that really don't put an emphasis on selling more loyalty, but Express puts a lot of emphasis on the selling aspect of the store. So associates, oftentimes they do want to leave because they realize that Express is not a place for them. So how can we combat that? And that's just what we will be talking about today. Sales leads and sales managers, we get those benefits. At the end of each year, we get a bonus, or the company sends gift cards to the store who has the most credit or the most loyalty. But what does that mean for the store associates? They don't receive any benefits at all. There's a clear difference in the selling tactics between a manager versus a store associate. Store associates, they oftentimes just say, hey, let me know if you need anything, and then run off with the customer. But managers, you see them actually helping the customers. You see them actually taking their clothes and offering to open a fitting room, helping them in the fitting room, and pushing for themselves, asking for what they need, what size are they, what do they like, what they don't like, and we're building that friendship between them. But for store associates, they oftentimes don't care, because in reality, what are they working for? They receive no benefits at all. The distinction. I did a little surveys to show the difference between a manager selling versus a store associate. And out of the 4 managers at Express and Broward Mall, 4 of the 4 managers admitted to pushing for loyalty and actually to avoid being on the bottom of the sales quarter. What that means is that they're actually enforcing, they're selling, they're using different selling techniques to push for that loyalty. They're asking, hey, you know you could save an extra 20% off, and I'll throw in an extra coupon if you sign for our store card. While 7 out of the 13 admitted to not pushing for loyalty. They often get deterred by a no. They say, do you want to sign up for our store card? And of course the consumer is going to say no, because they don't recognize the perks, and so they oftentimes say no, and they don't really push. They stop right there, and then they just keep going. 4 of 4 managers, we admitted to enforcing sellings and building loyalty to the sales associates. So at the end of each segment, we oftentimes push for the store associates to build on the sales, and we tell them we have to make this segment and we have to build loyalty. But we don't really see our store associates doing that. 9 out of the 13 associates claim to not really caring about selling to a customer. They'll do it because it's their job, and of course that we're watching them, but in their heart there is nothing for them. And I've talked to a lot of associates, and they realize that it's nothing for them. It's no benefits. They're, at the end of the day, they're not getting anything by it. They're just getting paid. They're here to get paid and do their job and then go home. And then for managers admitted to using their employee benefits such as PTO and the purchasing power and the Decide program. While 11 out of the 13 associates said that they do not want to be with the company for over a year. Express is always getting in new hires, and only a couple stay with Express for a year. I've been with the company for 2 years, and I can tell you myself that I've seen a lot of associates come and go. The longest that I've seen out of my group of hiree, there's only 2 of us who's still with the company. The associates, they get discouraged. They realize that Express is not for them, because in reality it's not. I remember when I was getting hired, I realized that I didn't want to be with Express. I realized, okay, there's something for me. The pay isn't really that great, and I'm just selling, and they're putting a lot of stress on me for nothing. I'm just getting paid minimum wage. They're making me stressed at work, and at the end of the day, I'm not receiving anything whatsoever. Well, as managers, they're receiving stress, but they do have some type of perks. They get gift cards, they get recognized, they have outings together, and they often get PTO, which is paid time off. And of course, I'm not saying that all associates need paid time off, especially because we don't have a lot of full-time associates, but some type of benefit or benefits can actually help them to want to stay at Express, something that's driving them in and wanting them to sell and wanting them to push for credit and wanting them to make those segments. And it's not just up to the managers, it's up to us, the team as a whole. Here are some possible benefits that we could apply to the store. We can pick and choose which ones we can use, but we do not have to use all of them. One of them is changes to our store discount. So we can only get a 50% off discount, but we can't use them on clearance items, we can't use them on sale items. So for example, if something is $19.90, if something original price is $60 and it's on sale for $19.90, we are unable to combine that with our store discount, and what it will do is override it to the $60 and we'll only get the $30 off instead of the $19.90. These limitations discourage store associates to rock Express, living on a minimum wage, and Express is a company of a higher end and it's not for all classes. It's hard for a minimum wage person to buy and shop Express, especially with those who has bills and other priorities as well. But yeah, Express forces the store projection. They force store associates to be in Express. And for example, we can't wear any other jeans if it's not Express. But the price of one jean can range from $79 to $88. So it's hard for us to rock Express when we're still paying $44, versus if the jeans were to go on sale for $39.90, we are unable to purchase it because we do have to use our in-store discount. Selling incentives, competitions. Competition can boost morale, and gift cards and treats and something to show that your work is not going in vain, and to show the store associates that we're pushing, and you have to push for a goal, and we have a goal. So whoever gets 20 cards at the end of the week, you're gonna get a $50 gift card to the store of your liking. I remember a previous store manager of mine used to do these competitions, and when they did it, they seen the results. The results showed, and the store associates are pushing for that $50 gift card to wherever they want, and they're fighting for each other. They're making sure that they're getting this sale in by the time the segment is over. So what this can do is improvement of selling, improvement of the loyalty, that we're not just saying, oh, do you want the card? No? Okay. You'll notice that the store associates are actually pushing for it and making the customer want it, and saying, you can do this, and it comes with this and this and this. Outings, monthly team building activities to boost team morale. Managers, they get once a month or so, once every quarter, they all get together, especially the store managers, they all get together and they go out for outing. They go paintballing or something like that, And we should do that with our own store. We all see each other and we all hang out, but we all see each other in the work, but why not hang out outside of work so that we can build a greater team together, so that we know, okay, I have your back and you have my back, so we're gonna kill this segment and we're gonna crush our numbers. Rewards, end of the month recognition for loyalty. So, as I said previously, one of my old managers, he used to have employee of the month, and he would take your picture and you would get a certificate, and just for getting 10 next in 1 week. We should implement that in all stores, so that we know that, so that store associates know that their work is not going in vain, so that they know, okay, I can get my face on this board for a month. It's like an employee of the month type of thing. And the use of the You Decide program. So the You Decide program is only for the full-time workers, employees, which are mainly just the managers. So that includes sales leads, co-managers, and store managers. But we should extend the You Decide program for all of the employees that work at Express. The You Decide programs have discounts on movie tickets and electronics, nice things, and we should extend it so that the store associates know that they get those exclusive benefits for just working at Express. Express is a high-end company and it makes a lot of money, but our store associates don't receive that same benefit whatsoever. The difference a change would make. So one of my follow-up questions when I asked them, are the store associates pushing for loyalty, or do they care about selling? I followed up with the question about what would happen if we implemented those benefits. So with the benefits, we saw a 92% increase of overall happiness with Express. So that means out of 13, and it changed to 12 out of 13 would be happier with Express if they had benefits. So that means we would see longevity with employees. We would see employees staying with the Express and growing. A lot of times Express have to hire new hires from different companies to come work at Express. But why can't we get employees from our stores, the ones who are already trained and who already know the store and its standards? 100% saw longevity of employment. So that means out of all the 13 employees, they felt like if they had benefits, they would stay with Express longer. Building loyalty. So with a 92.3% increase, loyalty would increase if the store associates had benefits. And selling improvements. 84%, we saw 84% increase if we had benefits for selling improvements. Positive outcomes. I strongly believe that with these outcomes, we can see a better interaction between customers and employees. So that means the associates would be going up to customers, they would be helping customers and willing to help customers, and starting those fitting rooms and helping them out whenever they need it, building outfits and being that friend while shopping. I strongly believe it, because if they know that at the end of the day, at the end of the week, or the end of the month, they'll be receiving some type of reward that they're working towards, that means they're pushing for a goal. We'll also see a rising number in loyalty. So that means they wouldn't take no for answers. Our store associates would be strong in enforcing those numbers to rise up. They won't take no for an answer. They'll say, I could save you an extra 20% off, and I could throw in a coupon for you. And if they say no, be like, well, you get birthday rewards, and you get an extra 5% every time you purchase. They won't take no as an answer, because they know that they have to get this one credit card or this one next just to increase their score, so that at the end of the week they could get recognized for it. Maintain a number of store employees. A lot of times we have to go through a new hire every 2 weeks because our store associates are leaving. An overall increase of sales. So that means we're driving those sales. We're pushing for those numbers. We're asking every customer for loyalty, and our customers will feel happy with us. They'll know that, okay, if I go to Express, I will receive the best customer service yet. References, I reference the Express benefit manual, and Express is a brand that unites. What does that mean? So that means for customers, we don't discriminate. You could be skinny, you could be big, you could be anything that you want. At Express, we have it all for you, and that we unite each other with our clothing. But what does that mean for associates? How can we unite our brand all together through the associates? We need to push for making sure that our associates feel united and our associates feel loved and recognized for all the hard work that they do. And that is all.